So, a good day. So, today we'll discuss about autocycle. So, as you can see on the image, meron tayong engine there, specifically a gasoline engine. So, autocycle, tinatawag din siyang gasoline engine. So, an autocycle is the ideal cycle kung saan isa siyang kind ng internal combustion engine. So, it's a thermodynamic cycle that uses gasoline and a spark igniter to generate thermal energy that is used then to create motion. So, alam naman natin kapag gasoline engine is may process ng combustion para magkaroon ka ng motion. And one keynote to take away from this is yung concept ng gasoline and spark ignition. So, pag gasoline engine, alam naman natin, usually sa mga motor, sa mga kotse, ay meron silang spark plug. Yun yung parang magsisignal for combustion. So, ayun lang yung difference niya, unlike the diesel engine kung saan compression process ang ginagamit niya para magkaroon ka ng combustion. So, a little background kung ano ba ang autocycle or paano na-conceptualize or nabuo ang gasoline engine. So, as you can see here naman is a picture of Nicolas Otto. So, si Nicolas Otto, winerk na yung gasoline engine sa Germany noong 1876. So, it states there na all spark ignition engines are designed for gasoline fuels. So, ayun nga, unlike the diesel, kailangan mo ng spark plug or spark ignition para magkaroon ka ng process of motion or mapagalaw mo ang isang object, especially yung mga vehicular or automotive industry natin. So, let's take a look naman kung ano yung PV diagram. Usually, ito yung ginagamit in terms sa academe and other reference books. Unlike the TS diagram, since mas madali siyang maintindihan yung processes niya. And mas madali siyang intindihin yung drawing niya. So, let's take a look here. So, process 1 to 2, makita natin isentropic compression. And then, from process 2 to 3 naman, is makita natin is constant volume combustion. So, ibig sabihin, walang changes sa volume mo since it is a constant volume process. Pero, it's important to take note rin na meron kang heat na pumapasok sa loob ng system mo. And then, from 3 to 4, isentropic expansion. And last process natin is yung constant volume mo. And this one, since last process is heat rejection. So, from this, makita natin na yung concept ng energy na pumasok is yun din halos ilalabas sa loob ng isang system mo. So, let's take a look naman sa kung paano siya nag-work within an engine or within kung paano gumagana na siya yung isang 4-stroke cycle or yung isang gasoline engine. So, the engine is consists of a piston that moves 4 times or ayun nga, usually cold strokes or naririnig natin yung term na to sa mga motor, like meron tayong 2-stroke, meron din tayong 4 strokes. So, from that, nagkakaroon ka nga doon ng stroke within the cylinder. So, the piston, usually shown coming from the bottom of a vertical piston cylinder arrangement, is initially at the bottom. So, the top of the cylinder has an inlet and an outlet called intake and exhaust valve. So, ayan, nakikita naman natin yung intake valve at the first leftmost image, yung intake valve and the exhaust valve. So, before the first stroke, called compression stroke, the cylinder is filled with an air-fuel mixture. So, as stated before, meron kang air-fuel mixture. So, mangyayari is mag-open yung intake valve mo, maglalagay siya ng air fuel mixture. And then, what will happens next? So, during the first stage, while both openings are closed, the piston moves up, compressing the mixture and raising its pressure. At the top of the cylinder, we have a spark plug. The spark plug is an electrical device that receives high voltage electricity to produce a spark between the positive and negative electrodes. Right before the air fuel mixture is fully compressed, the spark plug fires, igniting the mixture. So, ayun yung process ng compression and power mo. So, ang mangyayari is tataas yung piston mo, magko-compress yung air fuel mixture mo, and then pagdating niya sa top, didikit siya or parang magkakaroon ng ignition using the spark plug. So, mag-i-ignite yung mixture mo. And therefore, magkakaroon ka ng combustion or magkakaroon ka ng power. And then, yung mangyayari nun is yung piston mo mapupush siya downward. And then, magkakaroon ka naman ng expansion or tinatawag nating power stroke, which is the second stroke. Right before the piston reaches its initial position, the exhaust valves opens. So, since what's inside the cylinder are hot and therefore higher than the atmospheric pressure combustion gases, they quickly flow out of the cylinder without the piston moving much. However, right after that, the piston does push upward to purge all of the exhaust gases in the cylinder. This process is called the exhaust stroke or the third stroke. So, ayun nga, yung exhaust, since bubukas yung mga valve mo, since mainit siya, and mas mataas yung atmospheric pressure mo ng mga combustion gases mo is mabilis silang aalis sa loob ng cylinder mo. Pero di masyadong gagalaw yung piston mo. Then after that, the exhaust gases leave the cylinder, the exhaust valve closes, and the intake valve opens to let air fuel mixture comes into the cylinder. As the piston moves down once again to its initial position, the fresh air fuel mixture is pulled by the pressure being lower than atmospheric pressure. This is the fourth and last stroke. Once the air fuel mixture is inside the cylinder, the valve closes and the cycle starts over. So, ganun lang ang process niya. So, bale mangyayari is, mag-i-intake ka, maglalagay ka ng air fuel mixture, and then, magkakaroon ka ng compression, tataas yung piston mo, yung air fuel mixture mo, didikit siya dito sa ating spark plug, then magkakaroon ka ng ignition, since magkakaroon nga sila ng reaction. Then yung piston mo mag-move siya downward, magkakaroon ka ng explosion or mangyayari is mapapressa yung piston mo mag-move downward, and then mag-open yung valve mo para exhaust yung mga gases mo from the cylinder, and they quickly came out kasi nga mas mataas yung or mas mainit yung pressure na nasa loob ng cylinder mo. And then pag nakalis na yung mga exhaust gases mo is bababa na or babalik na sa initial state niya yung piston mo, and then the cycle starts over again para sa iyong gasoline engine. And ganun gumagana ang isang gasoline engine. So, analysis of an Otto cycle. So, here we will discuss naman yung mga formulas na dapat natin i-take note, or like parang how do we get yung mga work net, yung mga heat addition, heat rejection sa processes ng isang gasoline engine. So, first is yung heat added. So, pag sabi nating heat added, from what processes siya? From point 2 to 3. So, you can see here is na-state yan is QA is equals to MCV T3 minus T2. So, ayan. So, meron tayong CV. So, pag sabi natin yung CV is constant volume. Alam naman natin from the process 2 to 3 is a constant volume process. Yeah. And also, we have to take note na yung mga values na to na constant, like 0.7 to 186 kJ per kilogram Kelvin for the SI unit, and 0.1714 BTU per pound Rankines for the English unit. So, yung mass naman siya, pwede siya stated sa problem. And then, syempre, from point T3 to T2, isusubtract mo lang siya para makuha mo siyang volume of 4 heat added. And then, for the net work done on the system is work net is equals to QA minus QR, or yung heat added mo, isusubtract mo siya sa heat rejected mo. So, doon mo makukuha yung work net na nangyari sa loob ng yung system. Then, for the cycle efficiency is work net over QA. And then, meron kang alternative formula, which is efficiency is equals to 1 minus 1 over RK raised to K minus 1. And we have to take note nga pala regarding sa K, it is 1.4 for hot air and 1.3 for the cold air. And then, punta naman tayo sa compression ratio. Kapag compression ratio, RK ang yung gagamitin na letters. So, pag sabi ng compression ratio, alam naman natin from processes 1 to 2 is nagkakaroon ka ng isentropic compression. From that, we therefore, isipin natin is yung ratio from volume 1 to volume 2. Therefore, masasabi din natin na V1 over V2 and V4 over V3. So, ba't ba natin nasabi na ratio din ang V4 over V3? Kasi if we look at the diagram, it's almost the same as the V1 over V2. So, kung titignan mo or i-drawing mo siya, almost the same lang ang makuha mo. And then, for RK is equals to alternate formula mo din to is 1 plus C over C. So, sa heat rejected naman tayo. So, sa heat rejected, meron kang QA also MCV T1 minus T4. So, ay ganun pa din, CV, constant volume process. Since alam naman natin from point 4 to 1 is heat rejection siya, and it's a constant volume process or isometric process. So, with that, ayan ang almost the same lang siya. Pero may mga terms kasi na makuha natin value is negative since it is a heat rejected. But it also depends, pero pwede din positive ang makuha natin sa heat rejected. So, for the volume displacement, it is from V1 to V2. So, we have to remember yung bottom dead center and the top dead center. Dito natin makuha yung volume displacement niya. Pag sabi natin yung bottom dead center naman, is yung piston mo is nasa initial position pa lang siya. And then, kapag dating mo ng topmost center is parang ayun na yung pinakataas or parang ano na siya limit ng iyong piston for your process. So for the volume clearance naman is equals to CVD or the volume displacement, and the mean effective pressure is work net over VD. So VD, ayan, if walang available or walang given na VD, pwede natin siya makuha again from V1 minus V2. And then, for the percentage clearance, yan, yung C na mention na siya sa RK and also sa clearance volume is 1 over RK minus 1.
Problem solving for Otto cycle. The compression ratio of an Otto cycle is 9. If the initial pressure is 150 kPa, determine the final pressure. The given values are RK or compression ratio equals 9, P1 or initial pressure equals to 150 kPa. Solution: P2 over P1 equals V1 over V2 raised to K equals to RK raised to K. So from this formula, we can derive to determine the final pressure or P2. So here is the derived formula. So P2 equals P1 times RK raised to k. Then substitute the given values. So for P1 we have 150 kPa, then for RK we have 9, and for K we have 1.4. 1.4 is the constant value for K. So our final pressure or P2 will be 3251.10 kPa. Next, the efficiency of an ideal Otto cycle is 40%. What is the hot air value of K if the compression ratio is 6.2? The given values are E or efficiency equals to 40%, then RK compression ratio equals to 6.2. Solution. So we have the formula of efficiency equals to 1 minus 1 over RK times K minus 1. Then substitute the given values. So for E we have 0.40, then equals 1 minus 1 over RK 6.2. Then for K, on our missing value, you just need to press alpha x on the calculator, then minus 1, and then press shift solve. So K will be 1.28. Next, what is the cycle efficiency for an Otto cycle that has rejected heat at 300 kilojoules and work of 700 kilojoules? So the given values are QR equals 300 kilojoules and double net equals 700 kilojoules. Solution. So for the formula for efficiency is equals to double net over QA. We have double net from the given problem, but we don't have QA, so we will solve for QA, and the formula for QA is double net plus QR. 700 kilojoules plus 300 kilojoules is equals to 1000 kilojoules. So we get the value of QA, so we can solve now for the efficiency. So 700 kilojoules over 1000 kilojoules is equals to 0.70, and multiply it to 100 so we can get the percentage value.
These are additional Otto cycle problem solving examples. An Otto cycle has a clearance of 8% and heat added of 1000 kJ. How much is the heat rejected? So for the given, it has clearance of 8% and heat added 1000 kJ. And for the solution, we must get the value of RK. And the formula for RK is 1 plus clearance over clearance. As you can see, the value has already substitute. 1 plus 0.08 over 0.08 equals 13.5. And then we must know the value of cycle efficiency. And I use the formula 1 minus 1 over RK raised to K minus 1. And substitute the values. 1 minus 1 over 13.5 raised to 1.4 minus 1 equals 0.6469. And then we get the network done from the derived formula from cycle efficiency. Cycle efficiency times heat added. 0.64 times 1000 kilojoule equals 646.9 kilojoule. Now we can get the value of heat rejected by subtracting the network done to heat added. 1000 kilojoule minus 646.9 kilojoule equals 353 kilojoule. Another example problem: in an Otto cycle, if the compression ratio is 5.5, what is the present clearance? And we can use the formula 1 plus clearance over clearance, and then shift solve to get the value of clearance 0.222 or times 100 to get the percentage value. And last problem for Otto cycle: in an air standard Otto cycle, air enters at 104.7 kilopascal and 27 degrees Celsius. The compression ratio is 7:1. If the net work cycle is 100 kilojoule per kilogram, calculate the heat supplied in kilojoule per kilogram. For the solution, we can use the cycle efficiency. 1 minus 1 over Rk raised to k minus 1. In this formula, we can get the value of cycle efficiency. 1 minus 1 over 7 raised to 1.4 minus 1 equals 0.5408. Then we use the other formula, net work done over heat added. By shift solve, we can get the value of the heat added 221.88 kilojoule per kilogram. And that's all. Thank you for watching.